It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today it's gonna be actually episode 12 of my Readmas challenge. I'm just putting it up today because, as you guys know, I wasn't able to put my episode 11, so I was a little bit sidetracked. But this is why today you're getting 2 episodes so that I can get right back on track. This episode is gonna be about a novella that I read, and it's a reverse harem. So you have to know one thing about me. I've never read anything reverse harem. I think the only scene that I got was in Penelope Douglas' Corrupt. So we have a scene between Michael, Erica, and another one of them. So yeah, this is the only time that I tapped into the reverse harem. But so this one is called My 3 Christmas Secrets by Molly Eden. So it looks like this, and I'm gonna put the real illustration right here. So basically the story is about Zoe, and she's gonna have a relationship with her brother's best friend, which are Bodhi, Mason, and Liam. What I liked about this book, before I start to explaining the plot, is that you get a POV for all characters. So basically you always switch between Zoe and the guys. And it's nice because you get to see their feelings and how they apprehended this whole relationship and their feelings for her. And her feelings for all of them. So what happened is that Zoe broke up with her boyfriend named Adam. She decides to go to Montana in her family's cabin so that she can isolate, heal, binge watch a Christmas movie, drink alcohol, and indulge in nice food so that she can get over the breakup. When she gets there, not even a day passes, and then she has the visit of her brother's 3 best friends. They explain to her that her brother Eric said that they can go because he's busy with her. He cannot make it to be with them, but that they could use the cabin because it was empty. So she ended up being with all of them for the duration of her stay. They're supposed to stay a week, but then they're gonna extend their trip. So what happened is there's a sexual tension between all of them. This is the best explanation I can give to you guys. Basically, she is attracted to the 3 of them. So we learned that you have Mason. He has his own company, and he's pretty ruthless. So one day, for example, he has a problem with design, and Zoe is a graphic designer, so she helps him with that, and he says, okay, for that I'll owe you a dinner or something like that. So a playful flirt starts to ensue between her and all of them. You have Liam, and he's, I think, a traveler. He has a travel agency of some sort. And basically he's doing risky adventure, and she says to him, like, why would you do that? And he said that it was because he always felt overshadowed by his brother in his family. He felt like he couldn't really fit in or find his place. So he decided that maybe if he had an activity that was super dangerous, his parents would finally pay attention to him and would finally see him for what he was. So he started having this risky traveling agency. And she says to him that she wishes that she can travel one day with him to Costa Rica. And he says, say no more, I will make sure that this happens. So I found that really cute. So they bonded over that. And then you have Bodhi, and Bodhi is an artist. I think he's an artist, and he one day was drawing her in the kitchen, and she says that he's the most intellectual of the bunch. When you have Mason, is the one that is really business oriented. He doesn't speak much, and then you have Liam. So all of them have a different career, different personality that she can relate to, and she can find, I would say, element of the perfect boyfriend in all 3 of them, which is why she's gonna fall under their charm, and which is why she's gonna fall in love with all of them, basically. Just to say the least. So yeah, I really liked that dynamic, the fact that they were all 3 of them different and with different aspects of their personality. How it happens. One day, at the beginning of the story, she stays to herself. So when they go skiing or doing other activities, she lets them do that between boys. But one day they're like, listen, you have to come ski with us because we want to spend time with you. We haven't seen you in years, because they're childhood friends of her brother. So she knows them for a long time. And they're saying, okay, let's go. So They go skiing and she has a small accident. She falls into like a, you know, where the snow is more like dust. I don't know how to explain that, but she falls into, you know, soft snow. Liam is waiting for her, and then you have Bodhi and Mason at the top, at the bottom of the mountain waiting for them. They go have a drink after that, her and Liam, and the other ones keep skiing. But then Mason say you want to stay when the other ones are wiped out, and they say, listen, we're gonna go rest for the afternoon. So Bodhi, Liam, and Zoe go back to the cabin, and then you have Mason staying behind. She said, okay, for us to pass time, how about we watch one of my cheesy Christmas stories, right? And they say yes. So they put the movie on and it's really garbage. So she proposed a game. She said, why don't we make it a drinking game? First it's a drinking game and then it became a truth or dare. But it starts as a drinking game, and with alcohol, their inhibition, you know, goes down and they start playing with each other, flirting with each other, and she realizes that she wants them both. So during the truth of dare, she has to kiss both of them, and it escalates into them having sexual intercourse as a trio, if that makes sense. So yeah, you know how it goes. She takes care of both of them, they take care of her, and this is all while Mason is away. When he comes back, he's like still pulled into her, is also attracted to her, but the thing that is weird for him is that he senses that there's a dynamic change, there's something that is different. He cannot put his finger on what, but he knows something happened when he was away, and he quickly realizes that they had sex with each other. And they decide, so Bodhi and Liam, to leave him alone with Zoe because they also realize that he's also attracted to her, and basically they want him to have his turn. And I'm saying that politely. I'm not saying like she's something to be used, but you know what I mean. So she ends up also having sexual intercourses with Mason, and at first they don't talk about it. This is very weird. So the next day they just tiptoe about it. And one thing that I didn't like is that they, even though I'm not a pervert, but I feel like their sexual relationship could have evolved more before they jumped into the feelings part, because right off the bat, they all say that they have feelings for her and they want to be in a triple, no, a quadruple then, yeah? Yeah, 4 people. So they want to be in a relationship with her. They don't have any romantic or attraction towards each other, the boys, but they want to be with her. And they're trying to see how they're going to explain that to the society, her parents, her brother, and the rest of the stories, the rest of the world finding out, basically. And you have at some point some jealousy playing into it, because you have the ex of Mason appearing. Her name is Vivian, and she's trying to get him back, and of course Zoe don't like that, which to me was really hypocritical, because you're having sex with 2 of his friends and you're not even sure where the relationship is going, so why do you care that his ex is there? But in their setup, all of them agree that they can have sex with Zoe. They each have a night with her. It's like they're have a day of the week, basically. But they don't really have sexual relationship with all of them again until the very end, and you'll see that in the book. And they're thinking about how they're gonna make it work when they go back to Miami. So this is all the end of the story. So they're figuring out their relationship. What I didn't like is that it was insta love for all of them, and immediately they were like, okay, we've been doing that for a week, but we're gonna keep doing that when we go back to Miami, even though it can jeopardize our friendship with Eric, even though the world can see us as weird people, even though a family might not accept it. So they just jump into the acceptance that it's normal, and even when they do the big reveal to people, people just automatically accept. And that was the part that lost me, because you know how I don't like books or stories that don't make sense, and to me doesn't, this is not a setup that would happen in real life. I love the idea and I love the reverse harem. I found that really nice, but I felt like I would have connected to the story more if, for example, either she finished with one of the men, or none of them went back to Miami and decides to keep seeing them individually, but not all of them being directly on board with the fact that they're in a 4-way relationship. I know it happens, and I know it's the concept of reverse harem. That's how they're meant to be. But maybe it's because I'm new to that. Maybe if I read maybe if I read more of them, I could get used to the idea. But yeah. In any case, I really enjoyed the book and I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. So I really enjoyed it. I would recommend it. And it was nice to have something spicy just for a change, you know, because I always read thriller or something more serious or romantic. So this was a nice change. And yeah, I will see you guys right away in episode 13. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope you guys have been enjoying this series. And don't forget to check out my giveaway in the previous video, so in episode 11, just so that you guys know. There's gonna be one last giveaway at the end of the Readmas marathon, but I want you guys to participate first in this one so that I can have one lucky person to which I can give a book to. So yeah, I will see you guys in an instant. Bye guys.
Season of peace is finally here.